It's Thursday, May 13th, and the time for your Barbados Today morning news update. Government to investigate the situation at the popular swimming spot known as the Hotpot, following calls from some sections of the public to close access to that area of Brighton Beach. The move comes on the heels of Sunday's drowning of 21-year-old Javon Muiz of Dash Valley, St. George. Minister of Maritime Affairs and the Blue Economy, Kirk Humphreys, said officials will take a closer look at the area and will be guided by the science in whatever decision is taken regarding the future of that portion of the beach. Meantime, some regular users of the popular spot disagree that the area is unsafe and should be closed off.
I'm one of the regular hot pot down here, and to be honest, the hot pot is very important to our bodies. That's the truth.
Right now I can walk. The foot is not 100%, but I still walk with my cane sometimes in case it buckle. But I have sciatic nerve, I have osteoarthritis, everything, and this water is what helps me. And when I came down here, well, there were quite a few more people, but some of them now like better and they don't come. So I don't see the reason why you should want the hot pot closed.
Clearly, those persons don't really know anything about the pot. The drownings don't really happen inside the pot. These drownings happen outside, right? And inside here, if you can see, right there by the barricades be like deep, not deep that sometimes you can't stand up, but then when you go off, it always go down very low. So that means the water comes to your knee or to your waist. So in here it's not really dangerous. It's when you go out in the water. Obviously because of the outflow, you'll get different currents out there. So inside the pot itself is not dangerous. My retort to some of those things is like all popular beaches in Barbados just get drowning.
And I was retired in 2010. And I had arthritis. I know the doctor told me, girl, we don't go to the hot pot. And I was coming to the hot pot from 2010 until now. And people said, you sure you have arthritis? I said, yes. But you see that hot water? It does good. And people don't drown in the hot pot, you know. People is drowned in the sea. Nobody don't drown in the hot pot.
And it's very, very therapeutic. Most of the people I say come here that are ill or sick or something. And this is the place I've heard about it overseas. I heard about it everywhere I go, the hot pot. So I enjoy the hot pot and I would not like it to be closed down. You know, I come every day.
267 middle-income earners now have the opportunity to become homeowners through the Atlantic Breeze Planned Lifestyle Development Project. During Wednesday's launch at Chancery Lane, Christchurch, Minister of Housing, Lands and Maintenance, Dr. William Duguid, said the new development is a good opportunity for professionals earning between $4,000 and $8,000.
As part of the project, 4 kiosks will be constructed, and this will provide the latitude for persons in the community to be self-employed. This translates into building economies while creating employment. I encourage the housing and construction sectors to emulate this model. Ladies and gentlemen, the next 12 months promises to be exciting in the housing sector. Certainly from the public sector perspective, my ministry intends to expand rental accommodation while continuing to increase the supply of affordable housing for persons, providing emergency housing assistance to help in the stabilization of families in times of crisis, and partnering with other social service agencies to provide greater housing opportunities for the most vulnerable. All of these ambitious goals we wish to achieve under the umbrella of government's HOPE program.
At the same time, government is moving ahead with plans to provide housing solutions in low-income housing. That's according to Prime Minister Mia Mottley, who said Barbadians earning between $2,000 and $4,000 per month will also have access to affordable housing.
My friends, I hope to come to you within the next few months with the one that then deals with the strata. And that's why Mr. Maloney laughed when he said that the Prime Minister wanted a $90,000 house. Because there is a category of person in this country who does not earn $2,000 easily. Or even if they do, does not earn it in a sustained way such that the bank or the credit union is going to take comfort in giving them a mortgage. This country must see them always. And this government will honor the commitment and the philosophy that inspired Sir Grantley, that inspired the Honorable Tom Adams, that inspired the Right Honorable Wayne Arthur, and that inspires us as a generation to be able to create that silent revolution.
The General Nursing Bachelor's Degree program at the Barbados Community College now boasts of a nearly 70% pass rate up to last year. Word of this from BCC Principal Annette Aline, who revealed that the pass rate was up from 12% in 2018 figures. She made the disclosure as she presented 3 nursing students with the first scholarships in memory of Nurse Ramona Maskell, who died in February from COVID-19 complications.
In 2019, in the October exam, we saw an improved pass rate of 62%. And last year, in 2020, during the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, in the July examination, there was 73% pass rate. 24 out of 33 nurses passed the regional exam. And in the November exam, 44 out of 59 of those that took the exam passed. So that was a pass rate of 75%. What is remarkable is that this occurred in the midst of the pandemic. The college never closed. We kept going because we understood what our role in the community was. We congratulate our graduates on their success. We are committed, I want to emphasize that we are committed to ensuring that there's continued improvement, and we will not be satisfied until there is 100% pass rate and a graduating class who have the competencies, skills, and the quality that can always only be defined as world class.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To news from the region, countries in the Americas, including the Caribbean, have reported more than 1.2 million new COVID-19 cases and nearly 34,000 COVID-19 related deaths in the last week alone. That's according to Director of the Pan American Health Organization, Dr. Caricia Etienne, who also disclosed that nearly 40% of all global deaths reported last week happened in the Americas. Dr. Etienne said this was a clear sign that transmission is far from being controlled in the region.
Cuba continues to drive most new infections in the Caribbean, although smaller countries like Trinidad and Tobago are experiencing significant jumps. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, COVID-19 cases in evacuation shelters continues to be a challenge following the frequent volcanic eruptions. Throughout much of the Americas, we are seeing cases accelerate along national borders. In Central America, jumps in infections are being reported along the regions of Costa Rica and Honduras bordering Nicaragua, and in border regions of Guatemala and El Salvador. In South America, cases are surging in the areas of Guyana and Bolivia that border Brazil, and in Colombia, where COVID-19 cases have been steadily increasing over several weeks.
On the international front, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention formally adopts a recommendation from a panel of its independent advisors to use Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine in children ages 12 to 15. More in this report from Reuters TV.
Advisors to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Wednesday unanimously voted to allow the use of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine to inoculate younger adolescents against COVID-19, offering relief to parents eager to get their children back to schools and summer camps. U.S. President Joe Biden hailed the move as important progress in the battle against COVID.
We're going to have, for the first time, a safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine for adolescents over the 12 years of age. This is one more giant step on our fight against the pandemic, and I encourage their parents to make sure they get the shot.
Some states, including Georgia, Delaware, and Arkansas, began offering the vaccine to younger teens on Tuesday. California's main COVID site said families could start making appointments for the younger group on Thursday. The CDC's advisory committee weighed in just days after the FDA gave its stamp of approval, after reviewing trial evidence that showed no one in the 12 to 15 age group who received the vaccine got COVID-19, and there were no cases of Bell's palsy or severe allergic reactions.
That's news. But for the very latest, visit us at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.